Greetings my absolutely adequate viewers. I've never made a single video about video games, but here I am again. In the previous video, Overlord was getting ready for further challenges, but it won't save him from suffering because we're playing on legendary difficulty. He just doesn't know it yet. After getting a health disc, I decided that I'm prepared enough, so I went to the sewerage that is actually called Understreets. The location I hated the most when I was younger, now it's just a fascinating journey full of fabulous sceneries. I'm sure the great and dark Overlord likes it. However, it's not the time to look around. We've came here to find the entry to the Heaven's Peak city, but the way there is obviously infested with zombies. Blues are too weak to fight, and the Brown's gate is placed so inconveniently that I lost 2 fully equipped ones. But even then, 10 brave Browns are not enough to fight a horde of zombies. So I just ran past them and found the gates I needed. After removing the scum, we go deeper and see the broken wheel, the pieces of which are all spread across the entire sewerage. So the game is making a hint to go and bring all of them. What can be better than such task? But anyway, we bring all the pieces and meet a group of refugees telling us that we shouldn't go to the city and that Sir William doesn't care about his people anymore. But this information doesn't stop our evil expansion, unlike another whale that's secured by another newt. I could have just skipped it by dragging its attention to the birds if I weren't so flipping clumsy, but let's not talk about that. By sacrificing some of our blues, we still rotated, by encounter another horde of zombies, guarding a domination spell. The spell makes enemies attack each other, or run for the hills. This one is useful, but I didn't use it once as I was able to deal with the enemies. However, we have just completed the task to access the Heaven's Peak city. Of course, there are individuals who don't want to see us, but in general the people just don't care. The locals tell us that the city began drowning into chaos after Sir William's last crusade. The things got so bad that he had to cancel his own wedding, and people ask for our help as literally everyone in every game. We don't have anything to say because the Overlord still doesn't speak at all, but he can instead return a fire spell that allows us to throw fire streams like a flamethrower. But at this moment I got tired of the location, so I got back to the tower to visit Rose, as she waits us from the last video. From the entry, we see the roses everywhere and my favorite musical composition playing. The lady organizes a tour for us in our own tower, but anyway, shows that we can now customize our tower and see the money we have. We can also choose what banner will be on the Overlord and on our banners. I chose the minion one because they did almost all the work for me. They won't lie. But at this moment our rest finishes. Now we have to conquer the world. So I went to Evernight, the fauna of which stands no chance against our well-equipped minions. However, I've arrived here to get some more health, and yeah, don't ask why. On the way we broke 2 roots, now we only have 3 more. And by the way, that's Sacred Grove. You must remember this place, because we're here for one time only. It's basically an ancient beautiful tree, but there's a health disc behind it. We could just set this place on fire to effortlessly kill the unicorn god, but I am playing good this time. But I banished the elves to the afterlife at least. And no, the game doesn't consider this act as something bad. I brought the health disc back and then went to Heaven's Peak to finish something off. The locals have told our Overlord multiple times that something's off with the local inn, so let's check it out. I trust the people on the streets, you know. On the way there we met some people who were actually zombies, terrifying shit. But we don't have to get used to it. In the tavern itself we see people carelessly drinking. We were about to join them, but we notice a person in red running away. So we don't distract the people and follow the mysterious figure to investigate what's going on. There was also an epic battle against the rats. Yes, we don't have to get used to it. But in the end there was some red cult. The main reason of which is to get satisfied, if you know what I mean. Here I stole the minion disc. I'm sure they will need it. Now we have 25 minions by the way. But we still have to investigate what the hell is going on here, so we go back. When trying to go further, they attack us. Well, I didn't want to cooperate with you in the first place. But in the next room we learned that Sir William has fallen from grace with the succubi queen. I'm reminding you that he's a paladin, but unfortunately he managed to run away. Also, the succubi queen is apparently the source of the plague, so we have to kill her as well. But honestly, this fight was a little bit difficult because I spent my health and mana before. However, no one shall survive our evil magnificence, and she's not an exception. The minions did all the dirty job again. After the victory, we shall bring the source of the plague to our tower. You now will ask, why? I will reply, hell knows, it just looks nice. Without teleporting it to our base, the quest cannot be completed, so we bring it over. But it's not all. Rose reveals that the girl William wants to marry is her sister Velvet, so we need to find her as well. But for now, let's explore the rest of the understreets. It's not that I want to go back to this fascinating place, it's more because there's another smelter for us. This information was also taught by the locals, by the way. The new smelter will allow us to create better weapons and armor, so we definitely have to get it. So we go down and enter Understreets too. You might ask, why is there a smelter in the sewerage? I will say, because it was hidden here, and because the developers didn't know where to put it. This location is more chill than the first part, without broken wheels or newts. Most of the location we just fight zombies. But there's a new enemy, zombie that summons other zombies. But if you think that zombies are nothing to us, you're scarily wrong. Anyway, we return the smelter, and yeah, I said everything that's interesting about this location. Forging equipment requires gold. Good thing that I have plenty of it. We work with metals a bit, and now we have an opportunity to look at our look. Along with armor, I've also made a mace with one red minion. It does absolutely nothing to the stats, but it makes it look cool, and that's enough for such a skillful player like me. In the tests, it showed that we can defeat 2 green beetles at once, by the way. The Overlord is still weak, but to be fair, I haven't upgraded the equipment fully. In brackets, almost didn't upgrade it. The reason for that is simple. I am waiting for the last smelter to be got. I'm strategic. Anyway, now we should focus on breaking the roots. And by the way, about the roots. Breaking them frees new areas to be explored. For example, here I found a shield spell. It makes us invincible and kicks enemies away. Despite that it's useful, I haven't used it once as well, as the further steps are pretty easy. We break one root, fight the enemies back, get a minion disc leaving us having 30 minutes at once, and use blues to go to a cave. This cave looks interesting. But actually there are only a mana disc to be got and a root to break. But after breaking the root, I decided to run, because it got too hot. The Overlord gets outside, fights several cave trolls, and finds the temple of the local god called Mother Goddess. Inside it, an elf warns us about damnation, that they are the guardians and they are vigilant. That's a blatant lie, because a girl behind him just opened one coffin. The coffins are the key to a door we need to open, by the way. Not all of them, however. We don't care at all about the elves. 30 blues behind us is a strong argument, you know, even on legendary. Unlike another cave troll. Who put this respectful gentleman here? Our main objective in this temple is to find 4 more coffin keys. Blues can deal very easily with the elves, so they know the problem. The problem is these raiders again, so we're assuming that girl is their boss. After entering the main door, we see this girl summoning her, I don't know, boyfriend, and then both teleporting away.
I found you. You mustn't use the overseer, Snugglebottom. The old man don't like it.
Clearly I didn't hit you hard enough.
You, I don't like you beaming off like that, my little thieving sugar plum.
Just stop talking.
It makes Khan angry.
Look what you did. Come on, you great lug. Let's go.
These 2 are also bosses we need to kill, but we'll fight them later. That's how it was meant to be by the developers. Thankfully, because I would die in like 5 seconds against them. However, we find a minion spell and the last root. The spell now makes our minions even stronger, yet uncontrollable, whereas the root is stronger while 2 cave trolls are near it. Good thing the minions are too strong on the spell and the trolls are powerless as well as the root. And as well as Abron, who we're gonna fight right now. Did he slept all this time in a leg split? The battle isn't difficult, you know. 8 hours of gameplay are clearly seen. We also have to make the last hit and... Congratulations, -1 hero from our list. Behind him is the way to a new location, Golden Hills, where the Dwarves reside. But we're gonna see them in another video, fellas. For now, good luck everyone, and see you later.
We are on the outskirts of the Golden Hills, home to the Dwarves. Now, Dwarves, sire, they're like angry beards on legs. Angry beer-soaked beards on legs.